There's lots of reasons why I like keeping a temporary layout, but one of the big ones is to create race night variety. And so every time somebody comes over to race, I can set up a new circuit. So that keeps it more interesting, more exciting, but it also makes new racers learn the new track when they come over. It just gives a little bit more, I don't know, excitement for the race night. Another big thing I like about it is that if I make new purchases, like for example, these borders, they wouldn't fit on one of my old layouts. And so I designed a new one that it would fit on my table. But it's really easy if you buy a new borders or a new pit lane or a pit lane extension. Anything that you add to the track, it's super easy to just drop it in. So if you buy a new pit lane, drop it in. If you buy a new border, drop it in. If you buy a new lane changer, all you gotta do is drop it in. And then another one is that you get to test new designs. So every time you come up with a new idea or like a certain part of your track, you can keep that and try something different. And then the last reason I really like it is space savings. And so, as you saw, the table was completely wiped clean before I rebuilt this up. It's really easy to store all of this track in a container and pack these tables up against the wall. And as they say, happy wife, happy life. When I can get this out of the way so we can do other activities down here in the basement, I get a happy wife. Now there are a couple of cons to it, and one is that it's noisier. If it's loose on that table, no matter what material you pick, it's going to be noisier than if you secured it to the table. That's something that I'm willing to deal with, and I don't really mind because I like hearing the cars go around the track, but it is something to keep in mind. The biggest con, I think, for me is it's harder to make scenery for it. Now, granted, I eventually plan to make buildings and other things and lights for this track, even though it is temporary. But really, my old 164 that was fully scenic is just, it's a different vibe and it's a different feel. And I really enjoyed racing on that track. And those are some of the biggest reasons why I do and do not like having a temporary layout. Overall, I think the temporary is the way I'm gonna go right now. As I clean this up and get it ready to go, do a few test laps, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for coming by and watching. I hope to see you next time, but for now, I'm out of here.